What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about a debate that just never seems to die. A debate that pops up in every training class, every forum, every range day, and definitely in just about every corner of social media. And the question is simple, but the implication's not so much. And that is tactical medicine becoming too gear focused? And this argument could go across a bunch of things, but for this one, we're talking about tactical medicine. Because if you look around, it's not hard to notice something. Tactical medicine used to be about one thing: skills that save lives. Now it's starting to look like competition to see who can carry the most gear or who can make the post of the best tactical plate carrier. So let's break this down, because this isn't just about gear. It's about culture. It's about priorities. And it's about whether we're building capability or just building kits.
What is inside an emergency range first aid kit? Now, this one I have on the back of one of my plate carriers, which is an absolutely terrible idea. So do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, fuck yeah, Thor.
Okay, cut. People often ask me, why do I want a fanny pack over a belt-worn medical pack? The biggest reason is because now I have the ability to move the medical equipment to my back. Now,
this is the new and improved current issue individual first aid kit, second generation. Blast injuries often result in multiple amputations. Also, tourniquets can fail, and sometimes you need to apply 2 tourniquets to the same limb to save lives. All life acts are now issued with 2 cat tourniquets.
Here's some of the medical kits that I use on a daily basis. Back when I was operating and I was wearing plates all the time, or for law enforcement, this is the gold standard. It's from Focus Research. This goes behind the plates. It has everything you need for a blowout kit. The only thing you need on the side is a tourniquet, but otherwise everything to stop a bleed.
OLAES, modular bandage. This is a little different than we've sent before. You see this thing right here?
There's a growing trend, and you've probably seen it, where people buy just these massive trauma kits before they've ever mastered the basics. I watched people carry multiple tourniquets on them, but then struggle to apply one correctly. I've seen med pouches that look like they belong on a freaking heavy rescue truck somewhere, being worn by someone that's never actually taken a real medical class. And I think that that's really the heart of the issue. We're teaching people that, intentionally or not, to rely on kits instead of competence. Because let's be honest here, buying gear is easy. Learning skills is hard. Gear arrives in 2 days. Skills take time. They take reps, and it takes pressure. And here's the dangerous part. Owning equipment can create this false sense of readiness. It feels like preparation. It looks like preparation, but it isn't preparation. Gear is a tool. Skill is a weapon, and tools without weapons don't win fights. Now let's talk about loadouts, because this is where things get heated. On one side, you have the maximalists. They carry everything they possibly can: chest seals, MPAs, decompression needles, splints, airway adjuncts, pressure dressings, trauma shears, gloves, tape, markers, and probably 3 or 4 different kind of tourniquets, because they read 3 or 4 different articles that said each one was the best. Their philosophy, simple: trauma is unpredictable, more gear means more capability. And honestly, there is truth to that. But then you have the minimalists, and that's kind of where the whole REMS thing that I'm a part of comes in. And we carry what we can actually deploy under stress. We prioritize speed and simplicity and accessibility. Our philosophy is also simple. If it takes you 45 seconds just to find your tourniquet, then your options, they don't matter. And I think there's truth to this too, because when you look at what medics actually use most often, it's not the exotic stuff. It's the basics: your tourniquets, your pressure bandages, your gloves, and a lot of the rest is just situational. Useful, yes, but only if you know how to use it, and only if you can get to it when it matters. And let's be honest for a moment. Some loadouts out there, they look less like medical kits and more like cosplay. Now we get to the part that really stirs the pot. The rise of the Instagram medic. I'm sure that you've seen them. I know I've seen a bunch of them. You know, they have their tourniquet package just in this perfect flat lay. They have perfect gear, perfect patches, perfect plate carrier setups. Medical readiness has become almost an aesthetic, a vibe, a brand. And look, awareness is good. Sharing gear is good. Normalizing medical preparedness is fantastic. But there's a problem here. Skills and videos on skills, they don't get as many likes. Training doesn't get as many views. Competence doesn't go viral. So the culture shifts. People start building kits for the camera instead of the crisis. They start prioritizing their appearance over their ability. And when your med kit is more photogenic than functional, you're part of the problem, because gear is not an identity. Gear is far from a capability. Gear is not competence. Gear is just gear. So let's bring this home. Yes, gear matters. Training matters a whole lot more. But the real danger is believing that owning equipment equals being prepared. Tactical medicine, yeah, it needs a lot of both, gear and skill. But right now, I think the balance is slipping. We're seeing more kits out there than classes, more purchases than practice, more aesthetics than ability. And that's why this debate keeps coming back, because deep down, everyone knows the truth. A well-trained medic with a minimalist kit will outperform an untrained professional with a maximalist kit every single time. Capability beats inventory, skill beats stuff, competence beats whatever collection of things you have. So ask yourself honestly, are you building capability or are you just building kit? Because one saves lives and the other just fills pouches. So guys, with that, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you've seen this trend across all the other things that I kind of alluded to and what those were. And let me know what anything you're doing to try to combat this. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And with that, be safe.